Guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over my stock picks for the week of October 25th through the 29th. Before we do, just to reiterate, not a financial advisor. Make sure that you do your own research before investing. Also, if you find value in tonight's video, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content, and hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. So other than that, guys, let's dive right on into it. Alright guys, so before we're getting into the picks of this week, we're going to talk about what went on last week. So I talked about last week basically looking at averaging down in some of the positions that I currently hold, such as IQST, Hemp, GNOG, ZNOG, IDEX, and Triple ENF, and I was actually able to do that basically in every one of these ticker symbols here, right? So I was able to average down a little bit in IQST, and again, looking for 50 cents or below is my buy zone on that. And then hemp, anything under 1 penny is what I'm looking at getting at. GNOG, anything under $20, especially in the 15 to 16s, is something that I'll scoop up. ZNOG right here at these levels, still a riskier play, of course, but 1 PR away from making it continue, or actually not continue to reverse course and start moving back to the upside. So I bought at about 12.5 cents, I believe, last week, or a little over 12.5 cents. It was somewhere in the 12s. I was able to get some more shares of it. IDEX, I scooped up a few more shares of that, and Triple ENF, I think I got about 1,800 more shares of that. So nothing too dramatic, but I was able to scoop up some more shares of that. So picks for this week, looking at UVXY, GNOG, or DraftKings. Shiba Inu, we're throwing a crypto on there this week, and then Tellurian, ticker symbol TELL. We're gonna go over those and see what's happening. So on the watch list is going to be DWAC. If you kept up with it last week, that thing had a massive run up, but super overvalued. Not sure if it's going to continue to run up on Monday, but technically it looks like it will pull back before running higher. So that's something to keep an eye on if you're looking at getting into that. But let's go ahead and take a look at the charts and let's see what they're telling us. All right, guys, looking at the S&P 500, and the reason we're looking at this is because UVXY plays basically opposite of this here. So S&P 500 very overextended, overvalued, and we are currently crossing over on the MACD from bullish to bearish. So we could see potentially a little pullback come Monday, which is why I'm thinking of UVXY, because it's always the opposite of the S&P. If you look here, UVXY is close to undervalued while the market is overvalued. So basically when the market pulls back, what happens is UVXY pops up, and then when the market starts recovering, this continues to fall back down. So right now, currently at about $16 and some change. You can maybe ride it up to 19, maybe 20, depending on how big the pullback is. But something like this on this particular ETF, it just constantly decays over time. So you want to set a tight stop loss. That way, if the market does decide to keep on booming, this thing's going to go down. So you don't want to, lose money on it. You want to go ahead and just get bounced out and not worry about it. So, but just keep an eye on Monday, because that actually may pop up a few percent one day this week, potentially Monday or Tuesday. So GNOG, we're looking here, and this thing is close to undervalued, and again, it's following DraftKings right now and finding support about that 1668 level, and I think that it's going to pop back up and try to retest that 1820 level hopefully this week. And if we can get above there, we can continue and hopefully bounce above $20 and start making our way up. The reason I'm picking this stock this week, not just because it's undervalued, but DraftKings has earnings, I believe, not this week, but next. So you could potentially get some good, have a good buying opportunity on DraftKings this week. As you see the dip here, we are undervalued here. You could scoop up some shares, and then whenever earnings come out, which I'm sure they're going to be pretty good, I'm assuming that this can be a really good swing from these levels here at about 46 to close to maybe $52, $53 over a couple of week period of time. It could start shooting up after earnings comes out, and then GNOG will follow whatever this does. So as you see, if this is pulling down, then GNOG will pull down, and if it's coming up, then it's going to come up as well. So we're going to look at Tellurian really quickly here on the charts, and this one The reason I'm picking this one is no more than a potentially decent setup for a swing play. Okay, so you're looking here, you have a buy signal and a green Doge candle, which typically signals a reversal that we could potentially see a move to the upside. Then you have a confirmation candle here that closes somewhat above that green EMA line, and we are getting close to crossing over from a bearish to a bullish pattern. So if you're going to get in on this here, then set it maybe a tight stop loss. That way, if it does, instead of go up, come back down and break below that SMA line, then it bounces you out early. But the good thing for me is it hit that SMA line, then we've bounced up. So if we can continue to bounce up, then you could get in here at about the 256, 260 level, and maybe ride it up to, I'm sorry, not 260, 360, and then ride it up to about 380 to 390. Depending on how much money you put in, could be a decent swing play. But it's a good sign of price strength if we bounce off of that SMA line and continue to move forward. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Shiba Inu coin. Shiba Inu today had a massive run up, guys. Hit an all-time high, and then Elon Musk crashed it at some point today. Someone tweeted to him and asked him how much of the coin does he hold, and he just responds back, none, and then it just falls down. Okay, so this here, we're still up for the day overall, close to 10%. We were up, really, really big earlier, and we're currently ranked 13 on coinmarketcap.com. But I'm going to show you some levels of support to watch for here that you may want to keep an eye on. So we're looking at 4 zeros now. So 40, and then I'm going to call it, I'll call the last two digits out. I'll call it 30, 32, 34, whatever. So for me, if it gets above 39 again, then that's going to be your support. But currently, to me, I'm looking at potentially, if it comes down to, I'm going to say 35. If it comes down to 35, then I think that would be a potentially decent buy zone, which it could easily get down there tomorrow. Okay, and if it breaks below there, then you're looking at the 30 next. Okay, and if for some reason it gets all the way down to 25, if things keep cooling off, then for sure that's probably where I'll average down. But this is something to keep an eye on this week, because this thing has had a lot of momentum the past couple of weeks. To me, wherever it settles and consolidates is where you're going to want to go and buy in, either average down if you can, if you just recently bought in, or if you want to just add to your position. The thing is, if I buy in at this point, I'll be averaging up, but you got to kind of think, well, if I see it going higher than this, then it's going to be worth it, because we currently have 4 zeros. We're a little ways away from burning another zero off, but it's not impossible to do that over the next couple of months. So it's going to be really interesting to see exactly what happens with this. So anyway, guys, leave me a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the stocks that we picked for this week. Let me know your plans moving forward. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.